Hello, this is Ayush Maurya from Data Science and Artificial Intelligence of IIT Roorkee, and I am going to present you how we can use recursion to form functions. We need to know what is recursion is when we use the function inside the definition of the function in order to find the value of the function at any point. Then we use recursion. The first function we are going to form is factorial function, and since we know that factorial of n is equals to n into n minus 1 n minus 2 n up to n minus up to 1, and thus we can also write factorial of n is nothing but n times factorial of n minus 1. Thus we can utilize this definition of factorial to calculate factorial of any number. Let's take an example. For example, we are taking 4 factorial. 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 factorial. And again, and these are all the calculation that I am going to explain is will be done by the computer by our IDE. We could say 4 factorial is equals to 4 into 3 factorial, and 3 factorial is equals to 3 into 2 factorial, and 2 factorial is 2 into 1 factorial. As when we put all these together, we'll be getting 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. And in this way, we don't require any loops to run, and this makes very simple for us to form factorial function. Let us see how the code will look like for forming that factorial function. The code for factorial function using recursion. Here it is given like a hashtag I include IOStream. IOStream is a library which has multiple keywords. Here we will be using keyword cout in order to. Uh, that's why we are using IOStream and using namespace asterisk int fact. We are defining factorial function by the name fact, and since also the return type of the function is nothing but int, because the factorial of any number will be always an integer, and also the input inside the function should be integer, or we can say better, and that's whole number. So if we are having n less than equal to 1, then this function will be just returning 1, and if we are having n is greater than 1, then the function will be returning n into factorial of n minus 1. And in this way, we'll be doing all the calculation that is done here. And we now call the factorial function inside our main function. Then now calling cout a factorial of fact of 4 in n and returning 0. Thereafter, we'll be getting the output that factorial of 4 is equals to 24. And now we'll be taking second example. The second example is Fibonacci series. How we could find the nth term of a Fibonacci series. It is very easier to find the nth term because the nth term of the Fibonacci series will be derived from the past two terms, that is n minus 1 at the term and n minus 2 at the term. When we'll be adding these two terms, then we'll be getting the nth term. And this way, again, we can use recursion in order to form this function. Fibonacci series. Let us see what is Fibonacci series first. Fibonacci series has zeroth element is equals to 0 and first element is equals to 1. Thus, we'll be writing from first element. And f1 is 1, f2 is 1 plus 0, 1, f3 is 1 plus 1 is 2, and f4 is 1 plus 2 is 3, and f5 is 2 plus 3 is 5, and so on. Well, now, if we are considering either term of the series by fi and initializing this, and Fi can be written as Fi minus 1 plus Fi minus 2, and we'll be doing these all stuffs in our code as well. If we want to find the fifth term, then what is the what our IDE will be doing is basically fetching up all these F5 is F4 plus F3, since we don't know what F4 is. So we'll be calculating F4 is nothing but F3 plus F2, and again F3 is F2 plus F1. Putting all this together, we'll be getting F5 is equals to 5 F1 plus 3 F4 F naught, and hence F naught is 0. Since F naught is 0, therefore F5 is coming out to be 5. Now I'll be seeing how we'll be writing the code for the recursion. For Fibonacci series using recursion, hashtag include IOStream. Again, including IOStream in order to get that keyword cout, which I used to give the output or printing something or outputting something. And And again, Fibonacci series all the elements we can see here that all the elements are integer. Thus, return type of the function is int, and they will be calling its name as fib. And also, since another term is always a whole number or natural number, therefore the mm, variable that is n should be also in integer type. And now, if n is equals to 0, then the function would be just returning 0 because f0 is 0. And if n is equals to 1, then Fibonacci function will be returning 1. And return, and if these two conditions are not met, then it will be just returning f Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2. And in the main, will be calling that Fibonacci function inside our main function. By using cout, when we visiting the fifth term, we are going to find an fib of 5. So our output is going to be look like this. Our Fibonacci of fifth term of Fibonacci series is 5. Thank you.